Good morning, you guys. Okay, I need to first address the elephant in the room, and it's that my face is half numb. But I went to the dentist this morning, and I actually have so much to tell you guys right now. You're going to die when you hear everything that happened to me at the dentist. Okay, so first things first that happened. I went to get my gums deep cleaned because they're pulling away from my teeth. It's actually so bad. And they did half my face today, and they're going to do the other half in August, thank God, because we're supposed to be getting married in the fall, and I'm not interested in having only half of my face done. But she told me you probably won't really be able to tell the difference, but either way, this was a crazy experience, and I guess I should just start from the beginning. I was going to do my makeup while I talk to you guys, but I just think it's too much to do. It's too much for me to get involved in my makeup right now. So, basically, I was late today. That's why I was going to do my makeup, because I was supposed to do it before I went in there. God damn it, why didn't I? Because I was in there, and apparently I'm a local dentist celebrity who honestly has too big of a, like, I had a main character complex in my video the last time I went to the dentist, and I didn't realize that I did. So, basically, we'll get to that part. Actually, let's just get to that part now so that I can tell you the whole story about the dentist afterwards, but pretty much, I'm in my dental appointment. I'm almost done with my dental appointment. And my dentist from the last time that I was there comes in. If you guys didn't see my root canal video, 10 out of 10, recommend watching my root canal video. Because it was so bad. I just rewatched it. And I haven't watched it, obviously, since I filmed it. And, like, you don't realize what you're saying until you watch it back and you know that oh shit, you guys, I just bit my tongue and that's gonna hurt later. Let me just calm down. Until you watch it back and you realize that somebody that you're talking about has seen the video. I'm so embarrassed right now. So pretty much, I'm almost done with this dental appointment, and my old dentist that did my root canal walks in and looks at me, and I thought I recognized her, but I wasn't 100% sure because she had a mask on. And she goes, "Hi," and I'm sitting here like, "Hey," like I thought maybe she just wanted to look at me or something. I don't know. It was really crazy. And so I'm like, "Hey," and then I realized it's her, and it did not register to me. I completely forgot that Dominic now goes to this dentist and told them about my YouTube channel. And so she goes, "I saw your video." I shit you not. I couldn't remember what I said in the video. So I'm like laying there like, oh my God, I knew that I like talked a bit of trash in that video, but then I was like, but I also am pretty sure in the end I loved them. So I'm pretty sure I was okay, but I couldn't remember. And she was so sweet about it, so lighthearted. She goes, she just kept like quoting the video to me, you guys. And I couldn't believe that she watched the video. Because in that video, if you guys haven't seen that video, pretty much I had such a main character complex in that video. Like, I went back and rewatched it, and I couldn't believe it was like I was the main character of their life. Like, I was telling it, like, I don't know, it was just so crazy. I was like, in the video, I'm like, you better be doing a good enough job for me to be paying $1,300. I was just trash talking. Like, I rewatched that video, and I remember the video so differently than the way, like, I remember going to get my root canal very differently than the way that I described it in that video, because they did bring me to the bright side of my root canal experience, and they made me feel good about my root canal, because in the end, by the end of the time that I was there, like, we were having a good time listening to T-Swift all together. So she says, "I watched your video." And I burst out laughing. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you watched that." And she goes, "No, it was so funny." And she like kind of like told me what I said in it. She actually kept quoting it back to me, and I'm like sitting here like, oh my God, what else did I say? Because I don't really remember that video at all. I mean, it was in October or September of last year, but for them, like, they remember that video because that's probably the only video that they watched. So like, it's memorable, and also it's about them. I mean, I'm just so embarrassed, you guys. But then she goes, "Your best friend Anna is here, I'll send her in." And I'm sitting here like I'm sitting here like my best friend Anna. I don't know who Anna is. And then it registers to me that she's talking about her dental assistant. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I really like that girl. And then, you guys, when I rewatched the video, I didn't just really like that girl. I really wanted to be that girl's friend. When I rewatched that video, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so lonely. I was like, holy shit. I really, really wanted to be her friend. And so, anyway, not that I don't want to be her friend. I'll be her friend any day of the week. But she says, your best friend Anna's here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love that girl. I don't know who Anna is, but the dental hygienist, I really like her. And so she ends up coming in, Anna, and she later, not right away, and she ends up chatting me up too, and we're just talking, and she's telling me how originally, like, when she first watched the video, I was saying how, like, she was a bad dental hygienist. And you guys, I shit you not, I didn't remember saying that at all. Like, I actually didn't remember that I even felt that way, because it was so long ago now. I just remembered her, like, in the end, I felt good about the appointment, and I wanted to go back to that office. So, anyway, she's like, so basically, you said I was a bad dental hygienist. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I actually didn't mean that at all. And then I was telling her that by the end, I liked you, right? I'm pretty sure I liked you in the end. And she was like, oh yeah, in the end, you said we were friends. It was a real roller coaster. And I was like, holy shit, I had no idea that, like, I couldn't remember, obviously, how that video went. And I feel like I'm talking too much, and I feel like I'm really gonna fuck my lips up here. But anyway, moral of the story is apparently Jessica, shout out to Jessica, the front desk lady, who complimented me on my shirt when I was there in October. She apparently went and told them that I was there. And, oh, you guys, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything. I need to go get something to eat, probably. But she went and told everybody that I was there, so then I got my visitors, which was great. I love them. Like, I just feel bad that I felt the way that I felt in that moment. But I'm about to tell you another story about this time that I was at the dentist that's gonna rock your boat here, because this time might have been the same badness as last time, and as it pertains to the beginning. However, I had already had that experience. Like, I had already had that experience last time I was there, so then I realized that, like, these dental assistants or the dental hygienists, they're just being themselves. Like, they're not trying to make me comfortable. They're just talking and having a good old time living their life. So anyway, apparently Jessica had done that. I actually confronted her at the end. I was like, Jessica, I see you out there telling everybody that I'm here. And Jessica played it real cool. That's all I have to say. Jessica didn't really want to chat me up that much. It didn't feel. But I like Jessica. I saw her when I first got there and I recognized her. I was like, oh, that's my lady from last time. She's such a nice lady. But anyway, now let's go back in time here. And we're going to start telling you about when I first got there this time. So, first I am greeted by Jessica at the front, and she's so nice. I love Jessica. I actually love everybody there. And I don't think they were trying to call me out necessarily. I think they were trying to let me know that we're good. So that was good. You guys, this lip thing is really bothering me. But I have to say, it looks amazing. She did such a good job. Pretty much, I go see my girl Jessica, and I'm like, hey, you know, did you make sure the price was right? Pretty much. Jessica's like, oh yeah, the price is good. You're good. She fixed the price for me. There was a whole thing with the price yesterday that I kind of almost got in a fight with Jessica on the phone over. But I knew it was her too. I remembered her name for whatever reason. I remembered her name from the first time. And so I knew she would figure it out for me. I get there, she tells me, oh yeah, Tiffany will come. I'm using names now, apparently. I'm sorry, you guys, but now I know everybody's name. And I know they're probably going to watch this video. I think I need to go get something to eat really quick before I finish telling the story, because I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. I mean, it's only 1. It's really not that bad, but I did have a whole fucking half face of numbing going on that Tiffany ever so kindly let me know. So I get there, Tiffany pulls me into the room, and she's like, by the way, we are gonna have to numb you today. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking it's like, you know, when you're younger and they give you the like stuff that numbs your face and like makes you, you know, like the mint stuff, which is what she ended up giving me too, that you put in your mouth and it kind of numbs you a bit and you're good. It's really not a big deal. So, but then she has me sign a waiver. Now that I think of it, she told me in more ways than one that this was going to be kind of a thing. But I didn't realize it was. She said, we're going to numb you. And I said, okay, cool. Then she has me sign this waiver that I didn't read because Tiffany's talking my ear off while I'm trying to read this thing. And I'm like, Tiffany, I don't know what this says because you're talking. But I listened to it and I signed the thing. I still didn't know. Obviously, I still had no idea needles were involved. And so then I give the thing back to Tiffany. And then the doctor, I'm not going to say his name. I can't be saying everybody's name. But the doctor comes in and I'm like, oh, cool, my doctor guy. And he's like, how are you doing? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And in my head, I'm like, is my doctor doing this? Because Tiffany just prepped me that she's doing this. And now my doctor's here. So now I was a little confused as to what's going on. And so I'm laying back and my doctor's like, okay, sorry guys, I got to plug you in. My doctor's like, okay, you're good? And I'm like, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. Because Tiffany had already previously, so she had me sign the waiver. And then she said, I'm going to put some mint stuff in your mouth and it's going to numb you. And so she puts all this mint stuff in my mouth and I'm like, cool, I'm fucking numbed. I'm good to go. But then the doctor comes in and they're kind of talking about this numbing thing that she had put in my mouth. And she was talking about how like she had swallowed some of it or something at some point. I can't really remember it. But basically, the doctor is then saying to her, well, that stuff's good, but it doesn't really work that well. And she's talking about the mint stuff she just put in my mouth. So I look at Tiffany and I'm like, it doesn't work that well. And you're about to work on my face with this, with this numbing in there. And it doesn't really work that well. Then the doctor comes over, he comes to the side of me and they leave me back in the chair. Then all of a sudden, they're like, you're going to feel a little pinch in the back of your mouth. And I'm like, okay. And then Tiffany goes, the back is the worst part. And I'm like, okay, I wonder how long this is going to hurt. What's happening? And so all of a sudden I feel a jab. And he told me, he said there's going to be a little prick in the back. And so I felt the prick and it was very painful. But I still had no idea what was going on. Because remember, I thought I was numb already. All of a sudden, Tiffany starts telling a story about one of the other doctors there that's afraid of needles. She starts telling about how she used to be afraid of needles, and now it's registering to me that there's a needle in my mouth. And so I'm realizing that is what the pain I'm feeling is that needle. And so she starts telling the story about how one of the doctors there is afraid of needles and that he doesn't really mind the needle itself, but what he does mind is that he can feel it inside of his gums. Meanwhile, as she's describing what this doctor feels, I'm literally feeling it because that is what they're doing to my mouth. They are putting the needle into my gums. Meanwhile, Tiffany's over here telling this all-out story in detail about this doctor, how he can always feel the needle just going right into his gums and he can feel it moving around. And I'm feeling it moving around. I literally yelp. Like, I literally am like, but I can't say anything because my mouth is open. But I'm trying to cue Tiffany in that what she's saying is literally making me nauseous. But Tiffany doesn't have any idea that I'm feeling that way. So anyway, by the end, he's done all of his pricks and he pulls it out of my mouth. And I look at Tiffany and I'm like, you need to stop talking. And poor Tiffany, I really don't think she understood what I was saying at that moment. But like, I was like, of all the times for you to tell the needle story, it had to be while the needle was in my mouth. But anyway, he finishes that up. He says, you took it like a champ. And let me be honest, I feel like they tell everyone that. Because I was thinking about this. I feel like every time I'm in that type of situation, people tell me I did a great job. But really, I probably just did mediocre. Like, how can you do a great job? How can you be great at accepting a needle in your mouth? I'm just wondering. So then he leaves, and I said to him, I was like, I didn't even realize that this was happening right now. I didn't realize I was getting a needle in my mouth. And he was like, well, didn't she tell you were getting numb? And I was like, I thought I was numb prior to the needle involvement. But I had no idea what numb meant until this needle was in my mouth. And now I'm curious, like, I'm really wondering if when they did my root canal, if they numbed me as much as when they did this, because I feel like I was more numb when I did this than when I did my root canal. I didn't have any pain for my root canal, but I also didn't have any pain for this, but I feel like they numbed me like a lot. It was just a lot of numbing. So anyway, then Tiffany does the whole thing. I feel nothing at all. It actually feels amazing. But mind you, at this point, I still don't realize I'm a local celebrity in this dentist office. Then finally, the dentist that did my root canal comes in. We have that whole shenanigans where I realize that all these people know me. And she tells me that they've all watched my video multiple times, mind you. And so now I realize Tiffany knew me this whole time. And I had no idea. So I'm over here chatting Tiffany up about things, and I have no idea that I am known in these offices. I'm literally telling Tiffany about my root canal. I remember, I'm having flashbacks now of the first part of my dental experience there today. And I was telling Tiffany, I was like, I don't want any more root canals. The last time I had a root canal, it was excruciating. And it looked like Tiffany knew what I was talking about already, because she did. She had watched my video. But in my head, I was just like, she knows root canals suck. They're the worst. But anyway, you guys, that's what happened there. And then at the end, she had to take a picture of my teeth, and I didn't realize she literally put the picture teeth thingy up to my face to take the picture, and I didn't realize that that's what she was doing for some reason, because I'm a dumbass. And so I'm like moving around, looking all over the place, and she went over to her thing to take the picture, and like it was all blurry, and she's like, did you move? And I was like, yeah, I moved. What do you mean, did I move? And she was like, no, you gotta stay still because I'm taking a picture. I forgot that she was doing that. She literally told me. I don't know what's wrong. I think at that point my mind was so on the fact that I was just so worried about what I said in that video because I was like, I don't remember what I said. And Anna, who is the dental hygienist, seemed to think I said she was a bad dental hygienist. And so in my brain, I was like, I don't remember her being a bad dental hygienist. So I was having a moment in my head, I think, after all of that. And then I went back and watched, and I literally did say she was. But I had great memories of her. I actually, for the first part of my thing today, thought Tiffany might have been her. Because you can't see them. They have the whole mask on, and I don't really remember what they look like. So for the first part of me getting this done, I literally thought Tiffany was my girl that I apparently thought was a bad dental hygienist, but I didn't actually think she was a bad dental hygienist. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to literally everybody there, because I'm so embarrassed that any of them saw that video. They're not supposed to see that. We really need to get Dominic on a leash, because he cannot be out here spreading the news when he doesn't even watch the video. He didn't even see the video. So I had to tell them all, I'm like, yeah, he told you guys to check out my YouTube channel. Meanwhile, he's never seen the video. So he doesn't know. What if I said something really horrible? I mean, I never would, obviously, but I mean, I won't know if that was my profession and I watched somebody literally shit on me. Like, I rewatched that video, you guys, and I just need to shout out to them, because I don't remember it being as bad as I described it. In the moment, it was so bad. In the moment, I remember it was pretty bad. But after being removed from the situation, I still wanted to go back to them, and I recommended Dominic go to them even, because they're great. I love them. I don't know, you guys. It was a crazy experience. I can already tell my mouth is going to be in pain, though, after this experience, too. Because, like, literally, I'm in pain right here pretty heavily. Oh, I forgot. I was doing my makeup, you guys. I completely forgot I was doing that. How am I going to roll up to Dunkin' with this type of face going on? But, anyway, you know, I've never had somebody, like, talk to me about my videos in person that I didn't tell about my videos. So, like, having my dentist come and tell me that she had watched my videos, and then realizing, or my video, and then realizing that they all had. That was an experience that I might never have again, and I don't know if I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I was a big fan, because what the hell is this? Is this a hair? No. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's like a whole hair from my head in my mascara. We're not going to wear that mascara. That does not look like something I want to be wearing. But anyway, that was an experience for the books. Okay, apparently I have another one of the same exact brand. Oh, I forgot to tell Anna, congratulations. If you're watching this video, Anna, congrats. I was a little taken off guard just by, I couldn't remember what I said in the video. But look at me, still trying to be your friend. I think I was just like so involved in the fact that I could not remember what I said in that video, you guys. I knew I must not have said anything too bad, because if I did, they wouldn't have wanted to talk to me about it. But I just was so, like, nervous that I had said something. Like, I just didn't know what I said. I couldn't remember any of the experience, to be honest. So, yeah, congrats, Anna, because now she would be married, because when last time I was there, she told me she was engaged. And they really do be getting to know you on a personal level there, I feel. Well, they don't really be getting to know you. They be telling you their life on a personal level. Because this time, I was learning all sorts of things about Tiffany, too. I mean, these dental hygienists really be sharing it all. But I'm good with that, because, I mean, what a good profession to be able to just chat people's ears off like that. I learned a lot about, Tiffany too, and now in hindsight, I'm thinking Tiffany already knew me. I felt like I wasn't really privy to the whole conversation, because these people already had seen me on my YouTube channel and seen me in a moment that I wasn't expecting them to. And then my dentist is like, yeah, you put it out on the internet, anybody can see it. I'm like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, dentist. You would have never seen that video if it were not for my fiance. No, there's no chance in hell you would have found me otherwise, because I didn't tag it's not like I tagged the dental office or anything. I would never. But there's just no way they would have found me if I hadn't. I mean, they could have Googled me, but I still don't think they would have found me. The other thing I found out was that they did not play Taylor Swift for me. I really was main charactering pretty hard, thinking that they were out there trying to make me comfortable with their T-Swift playing. Because if you guys saw that video, you'll remember that they played Taylor Swift while I was getting my teeth work done. And I thought that they played it for me, and they were just like really great and trying to really make me feel good. But really, they just like Taylor Swift. I mean, it's not like it was some sort of indie, like, artist that nobody knows. Like, they're out there playing, I don't even know. I can't really even name an artist that nobody knows. But they're playing Taylor Swift. It's pretty, that's pretty common for people to like her. But anyway, you guys, I'm done with the makeup because I have to go get my coffee now. I'm gonna have to wear my mask when I go pick my coffee up. And I need to get something to eat. Sorry about that, you guys. My camera ended up overheating, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna go get my Dunkin' because I need to eat something. The other thing I forgot to tell you guys about was that Anna, I don't know what Dominic told them, if he told them my full name or something, and like, so they knew that my full name. I don't know how they knew, but Anna said that Dominic's dental hygienist came and like told them that one of their patients had a YouTube channel, and so they put the YouTube video on, and the title of the video is 10 out of 10 don't recommend a root canal, and like the whole first part of the video is me shitting on Anna. And so they're all sitting there, and Anna's sitting there like listening to this, thinking like, oh my gosh, do I make my patients feel that way? I felt so bad, and like, I just can't even imagine sitting there with my coworkers listening to that, hoping that this is gonna be a nice video about me. This is gonna be interesting, you guys. Tiffany specifically told me to like not get something that I had to chew because she's worried about me biting my mouth, but here I am yammering, talking up a storm. I probably shouldn't be doing that either, but let's see if I can eat this. I think I'm just gonna make this a full video so that they don't have to skip through. Because literally the dentist was saying, she's like, I always go through and I skip to the good parts. I'm like, excuse me, my whole video is a good part. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm sure that they skipped a whole, like, the whole first half of that video was HelloFresh. Like, I don't know what that video was, but anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Hopefully you guys got some entertainment out of it, because I certainly did. And my face feels like shit right now, but hopefully it will start feeling better. She actually gave me a syringe that is going to be super duper helpful when she said every day I should fill this with hydrogen peroxide and like swishy swashy it around my mouth, and hopefully it will help my mouth feel better, I think she said. Well, actually, I think she really just said that it'll help my gums like not pull apart, so we'll see if it works. But anyway, that is the tea on the dentist's office and how I got approached by somebody that I talked about in a video. Can you guys imagine if my Dunkin' people ever brought that up to me? Because I'm sure, I can almost guarantee my Dunkin' people know about my YouTube channel. Although I don't see how. Now this doctor, she got me all messed up. The dentist who said that you put something on the internet, anyone can find it. Because she's right, but like, I don't think people normally would unless somebody actually told them that I make YouTube videos. You wouldn't expect somebody to be like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't expect that. But anyway, guys, had I known I was going into that kind of shitstorm, I definitely would have put my, not that it was a shitstorm, but I definitely would have put my makeup on this morning, because I didn't realize I was, you know, I was going to be seeing everybody and their mother in there. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. I'm going to eat, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Hopefully I won't look like this in the next one.